Hi everyone, I am Ariel Lim, and this is Ariel Lim Yoga. So you know who I am, you know what we're doing. Thank you for joining me on the mat today for post workout yoga. So today I did a pretty heavy strength training and cardio workout, and I am in need of a stretch. So today we're going to go through the normal routine that I do after these types of workouts to just stretch out, release some tension, and feel good after a good workout. So I'll start in a child's pose with the knees closed. We'll bring our chest and our forehead to the mat as we paint our mats with our hands. Bring the palms up towards the sky. Taking a moment to breathe here in our child's pose. Take a nice deep breath, breathing into that low back. And exhale, let it all go. Surrendering into the support of your mat. Take another nice deep inhale through the nose. Exhale out of the mouth, sigh it out here. One more nice deep breath, just like that. And sigh it out. Let it go. We'll begin to come forward onto our bellies, extending the legs out, the tops of the feet on the mat. We'll bring our hands in line with our rib cage. Our elbows are tucked in. And on an inhale, we'll come up for a cobra. Inhale here. And exhale, we'll begin to slide ourselves back, bring those big toes to touch. The knees come out wide as we extend the arms out in front as we reach the hips back towards the heels for a child's pose. This time an extended child's pose. Getting a nice stretch in the hips. Take a nice deep breath, breathe into those hips, into that low back. And exhale, let it go. Take another nice deep inhale, breathing into the shoulders this time, down the arms. And exhale, release some of that tension you may have built in your shoulders if you did some arm work in your workout. Another nice deep inhale here, filling in the whole body with cleansing breath. And exhale. Beautiful. We'll walk ourselves up to a tabletop position. Tuck the toes under, lift the hips up and back for downward facing dog. Just taking a moment of stillness here to breathe. Feeling a nice stretch in the back of the legs and in the shoulders. And then we'll look up between the hands and begin to walk towards the top of our mat, as many steps as you need. Forward fold. Maybe you clasp opposite elbows here. Begin to sway gently, releasing any tension you may be carrying in that low back. Letting the head hang heavy. Maybe you shake the head yes and no. And then you can release the hands and begin to roll yourself up to standing, one vertebra at a time. Enjoy this journey. No rush. Bring the hands with you. Lift the arms up and overhead. The hands meet. And exhale the hands to heart center. Beautiful. From here, we'll release the hands and bring the chin down to the chest, getting a stretch in the back of the neck. I like to clasp my hands behind the head, resting them gently on the back of the skull. Just bringing a little gentle pressure to feel that nice stretch here in the back of the neck. Take a nice deep breath and exhale. Beautiful. Now we'll interlace the fingers, press them underneath the chin, lift the chin up. This time we're stretching again the neck, but this time we're getting a stretch in front of the neck. Take a nice deep breath here and exhale. You'll notice that unlike most of our practices, we're holding these stretches. So before I work out, I do dynamic stretching where there's movement, and afterwards, I do these static holds to really release the tension that we've built in the workout. Release back to center, and then we'll bring that right ear towards the right shoulder. You can rest the right hand gently on top of the head. Take a nice deep breath here, breathing in to the neck, the shoulder. Exhale, let go. Take another nice deep breath. Feel that breath along the side of the neck, down the shoulder. And exhale, release any tension you're holding here. Beautiful. We'll come back to center, and then we'll do the same thing on the left. So we'll bring that left ear to the left shoulder. Take a nice deep breath, breathing into the right side of the neck and shoulder. And exhale, release. Take another nice deep breath, just like that. Beautiful. Shake it out. We're going to take the right arm and bring it across the chest, taking the left arm, pulling that right arm closer towards the body. Maybe you gaze over the right shoulder. Take a nice deep breath. And exhale, bring that arm closer in if you can, getting more of a stretch along this outside part of the shoulder and the upper arm. Beautiful. Release, shake it out, and we'll take the left arm across, holding it tight to our body with our right arm. Take a nice deep breath. And exhale, maybe you gaze over that left shoulder. The closer you're bringing that arm towards you, the more of a stretch you're going to feel along the top part of the arm and the shoulder here. A beautiful stretch. Again, if you're doing upper body work. Take another nice deep breath. And exhale, shake it out. We'll begin to reach our right hand up and over as if we're patting ourselves on the back. You don't have to reach the back, that intention. And then we're going to lift up that left hand and grab the right elbow. Take a nice deep inhale here, open across the chest. And exhale, guide that right elbow over towards the left for a nice side body stretch. We're still opening across the chest, but now we're leaning towards the left. Take a nice deep breath, breathing along the right side body and out through the shoulders. One more nice deep breath, just like that. Beautiful. We'll come back to center, shake it out. And then we'll reach up with that left hand as if we're patting ourselves on the back on this side. We'll grab the left elbow with the right hand. Take a nice deep breath, opening across the chest. Bring those shoulder blades together behind you as if you're squeezing a pencil between them. Inhale and exhale. Start to guide that left elbow over towards the right for that side body stretch. Inhale up through the side body into those shoulders. And exhale, let go of any tension here. Another nice deep inhale, just like that. And exhale. We'll come back to center, shake it off. Take a nice deep inhale, rise the arms up and overhead, the palms meet. We take a slight back bend here before we forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Grab the shins, reach forward with the crown of the head, bringing the tailbone towards the back of the room or the back of your mat. Inhale and exhale to fold. Now, normally I would move into splits here, but that took me a long time to get to, and I don't want any of my viewers getting hurt here. So we're going to walk our feet as wide as our mat. We're going to bring our hands in prayer, nice active prayer posture here. So our elbows are out. We're going to start to sit down, lower the hips, tuck the right elbow into the right thigh, the left elbow into the left, and begin to lower that tailbone to the floor for a yogi squat. We're keeping our feet planted firmly on the mat. If you can keep the toes pointed forward, that's wonderful. If they're pointed a little bit out, that's fine as well. And you can bring a block underneath the tailbone if this is a lot. Take a nice deep breath, breathing into those hips. And exhale, release any tension here down through the feet and into your mat. Another nice deep inhale here. And exhale, we'll slowly release our tush to the mat. Extend the legs out. Sitting up nice and tall. We'll rise the arms up and overhead. And then exhale to fold. You can have a nice bend in the knees. Take a nice deep inhale here, breathing into the low back. And exhale. Maybe you fold a little deeper. Beautiful. We'll slowly begin to roll up to seated. And then we're going to turn into the long edge of our mat here, extending our legs out wide in a V shape. No need to go into a full split or anything. Just where you're comfortable, where you feel a nice little tug or stretch in the inner thighs. And from here, I'm just going to pound it out. So you just make your hands into fists, pound out those thighs. If you've done any lower body work, you might have built some tension in the thighs and the side of the legs and the hips. You can tap into the glutes as well if you're doing lower body and booty workouts. Just tap it out until you feel satisfied. The beauty of at-home yoga is that nobody can watch you be silly like this, right? Beautiful. We'll begin to square our chest with our right foot here. We'll rise our arms up and overhead. Maybe you find a slight little bend in that knee. And exhale to reach towards the right foot. You don't have to reach the foot. You can let the hands rest wherever they land. It's the intention here. Take a nice deep breath. Breathe into that hamstring, into that low back. And exhale, maybe you find space to fold a little further. Take another nice deep breath, just like that. And sigh it out. Beautiful. We'll slowly begin to roll back up, and then we'll square our chest with our left foot, rising the arms up and overhead on an inhale. Maybe you find a slight little bend in that left knee, and exhale to come forward, leading with the chest, reaching towards that left foot for a forward fold. Take a nice deep breath. Breathe into that low back, into the left hamstring. And exhale. Release that tension. Let it melt right into your mat. One more breath here. And we'll roll back up to seated. We're going to reach for our right foot with our hand. If you can't reach the foot, you can rest the hand on the shin, on the thigh, wherever you can reach. And we're going to inhale to reach the left arm up and overhead towards the right foot. We're going to bring that shoulder back, open across the chest, gaze up at the sky. Inhale. And exhale. Take another nice deep inhale, breathing up through the left hip, the left side body, and breathe out through the fingertips. One more nice deep breath here. And exhale, maybe you reach a little closer towards that right foot. Beautiful. We'll come back through center and start to reach towards that left foot. Inhaling the right arm up and overhead, keeping that chest open, bringing the shoulder blades together behind you. You're not collapsing into that front shoulder. Gaze up towards the sky. Inhale. Release that breath. Take another nice deep inhale up through the right hip, right side body, and out through the right fingertips. One more breath here. And exhale. Slowly come back up to center and bring yourself into a bound angle pose, Baddha Konasana. We'll bring the soles of the feet together, the knees out wide. The closer you have the heels towards your body, the more of a stretch you're going to feel in the inner thighs, in the hips. So find the position of the heels that feels good to you. If you want it to be a little less intense today, move those heels out towards the front of your mat. It's all good. If you want more of a stretch, walk those heels in closer. We'll sit up nice and tall. Take a nice deep breath and exhale. We'll begin to press our elbows into our thighs, leading with the chest, coming forward until you feel a comfortable stretch here in the inner thighs, in the low back. No need to go too far deep into this posture. Take a nice deep breath and exhale. Maybe you can go just a little bit deeper into your stretch. Don't force it. Find a space here that feels good in your body. Take another nice deep breath and exhale. We'll slowly roll back up to seated. Extend the legs out, shake them out. And this time we're going to reach towards the feet if you can. If not, you can do the Paschimottanasana we did before, the forward fold we did before with the legs bent, hands on the shins or wherever they land for you and stay there. But if you can reach the feet, we're going to do a little bit of a different stretch here. So we're going to grab the outside edges of our feet and with our biceps, okay? So we're not pulling with the low back or anything like that. With the biceps, we're going to pull our feet up off the mat. You should feel a nice stretch in the low back, deep in the low back and in the calves here. Take a nice deep breath, breathe, nice cleansing breath to that low back. And exhale, we'll release any tension into the mat, rolling back up to our seated posture. We're going to make our way to a tabletop position from here. And we're going to step our right foot between the hands, leaning into this hip, keeping the knee over the ankle. And then we'll come up for our dragon pose. Just for a minute here. Take a nice deep breath. Breathe into that right hip and into the left psoas, the quad muscles here. Take a nice deep breath and exhale. If you'd like a little more out of this stretch, you can begin to lift the left foot off of the ground, reaching back with the right hand. Ooh, embrace the wobbles, my friends. Open across the chest, gaze up at the sky. Inhale. And exhale. Maybe you sink a little bit deeper. The closer you pull your foot towards your glutes, the more of a stretch you'll feel along this left hip crease. This is a very tough area to stretch, so it feels pretty good if you work those muscles. And if this is too much, please, by all means, let that foot gently go to the mat and stay in your dragon posture. Take another nice deep breath here. And exhale, we'll let go of the foot, let it gently come down to the mat, frame the front foot, and step it back to our table position. Then we'll step the left foot up, same deal on this side. We're going to release the top of the right foot onto the mat and come up for our dragon posture, keeping the left knee over the left ankle. Take a nice deep breath here. And exhale, maybe you can sink just a little bit deeper, finding a really gorgeous stretch along the right hip crease and the psoas muscle, the quads, and then the left hip. Take another nice deep breath here. And exhale, let it go. Let it melt away. Same deal here. You can lift that right foot up off the mat, reach back with the left hand, open towards the left. Keep that chest open, gaze up at the sky. Inhale and exhale. Maybe you find more depth in this little twisted posture, little bound posture. Take another nice deep breath. If you need a little more, you can pull that foot closer towards the glutes. And then slowly release the foot to the mat. And this time we'll walk that foot back, bring the big toes to touch, extend the knees as wide as your mat, and we'll come back into our child's pose, bringing the hips towards the heels, reaching forward with the hands, bringing the forehead to the mat. Take a nice deep inhale, feeling the body, and exhale, surrender. Let it all go. Take another nice deep inhale here. And exhale, release any lingering tension in your body. Taking a couple breaths at your own pace, letting it all go. Beautiful. We'll walk ourselves back up, cross the ankles, and come back to a seated position on our mats. Any comfortable seated position is just fine. We'll rest our hands on our knees. Take a nice deep inhale as we close our eyes. Nice cleansing breath through the nose. And exhale, let it go. One more nice deep cleansing breath, noticing any final little pockets of tension you're still holding on to as you inhale, wash them away and exhale them into the mat. Let them go. You don't need them anymore. On our next inhale, we'll rise the arms up and overhead, reaching the hands up, the palms meet, and we'll exhale the hands. Heart center. Open the eyes. Thank you so much for joining me on the mat today for post-workout yoga. I definitely needed that stretch after my workout today, but now I'm feeling nice and relaxed, nice and stretched out, and ready to take on the rest of my day. I hope you are too, and I hope to see you on the mat again soon. As always, from my heart to yours.